if we can look at it from an economics perspective, the pool from which people are selected is extremely large, covers many countries, and so the people we select are excellent.
People from really diverse educational backgrounds because of where they've studied in different parts of the world.
It's very well balanced in terms of age, experience, and then also skills.
It's really nice working with lots of different accents, different attitudes.
And this is very enriching, I think, as a work environment.
Economics department is really committed to diversity and also to bring different views in different divisions.
I think the atmosphere is very inclusive. They encourage young staff to say something and to contribute the work.
I've personally produced several charts so far which have gone into various drafts of the economic outlook, and that's super rewarding to see when your work does make an impact like that despite being very junior.
You have an opportunity to work across the biggest policy challenges of the day on sort of areas that really impact upon people's lives.
We don't just sit in our office and read and write stuff, but we actually meet people, we meet authorities in whichever country we are working with.
We work very closely with countries
that are dealing with these policy challenges on a daily basis. So for me, that really aligns with my personal values.
You're part of the global conversation, so you're trying to take forward the way that people think about what's happening in the world.
What I always liked about the OECD is that it's at the intersection between policy and research.
You talk to policymakers directly and you see the effect that your research might have in their policies.
Labour markets, taxation, the health system, the education system, the environment, all these areas that really have a real impact.
It's supposed to have an impact, an actual impact, on policy making and as such, on the daily life, of people.
Paris is beautiful. I literally wander around just looking at everything. It really is just the most incredible city.
I've enjoyed the cultural life in Paris, the food, the wine, all of it.
There's life in the streets and people still shop in little shops.
It's obviously a very old city, very beautiful city with lots of cultural attractions from museums, theaters, opera.
There are awesome galleries, there's great live music, there are beautiful parks, the restaurants are great.
I think the OECD has a nice balance between, focusing on work and working hard and developing professionally, but also realising that, life, we want to live a full and rich life and really making the most of this beautiful city.
Paris is not just a backdrop of my work. It's a place that I feel very comfortable living.
The OECD has been very flexible in terms of my ability to, look after the kids, pick them up from school, pick them up from creche.
I find small joys here in both knowing that my children are getting a top-rated education, but also that they are nurtured in a city filled with history and life.
Both our kids are now in the public system. They speak English at home because my wife and I both speak English, and then at school they speak French, and they've become bilingual kids that are teaching their parents on the finer things of the French language.
Better policies for better lives is something that is almost impossible not to agree with. Everybody should work in a place where their values match with the institution, because I cannot think of the other way.
Nothing is imposed. Our legitimacy comes from the fact that we discuss and we build a consensus.
Going to the US and being able to sit across the table from some really well-renowned policymakers like Lael Brainard and Cecilia Roos and discuss the biggest policy challenges of the day has been a real career highlight.
It's really a place that your aspirations as an economist can reach new heights.
Be very good at storytelling, be able to simplify complex matters, remain rigorous while being accessible.